All right, we're just getting set up now for the junior men's scratch race. To kick things off for the junior men's Omnium, the first event of 6 for them. They're going to race over 10 kilometers or 40 laps for a total. We have 15 riders who will be taking to the start line. On the inside, down low on the inside by the blue band, Lucas Taylor from Callisto. From Équipe de Quebec, it is Gabriel Drapeau-Zagalski. From Callisto, we have Kobe Liberty. Also from the Callisto Club, Justin Correra. Representing Équipe de Quebec, we have Terry Kiriak-Makasa. From Halton Hills, Ontario, Michael Foley. From the Washington Spin Club, out of Ingleside, Illinois, Johnny Kufel. Who do we have on the railing, Randy?
From Trois-Rivières, Québec, de l'équipe du Québec, Tristan Guillemette. From Cycling BC, John Wilcox. From Callisto FCV, powered by Toyo Tires, Chris Ernst. De l'équipe du Québec, Joël Domingue et Antoine Dalterio. From Victoria, BC, Eloy Batista. From T-Town Elite, this is Justin Savage. And from Millbay, BC, from Jack Crew Racing Team, Tom Perkins. So once again, the riders will have to stay together on the first lap, a neutral start. And then if everybody is together, as they come around, just be careful. There will be a pistol sounding off.
So Randy, as I was mentioning earlier, with 15 riders, a much larger group here, we should see more characteristic racing for group racing on the track.
Well, that's a given. And once again, look for sprinters to stay within the pack and look for distance riders to try to maybe break off. And right there, we already have some riders going to the bottom of the track. Not that the sprinters lane at the start of the race is of utmost importance, but still, we are going to try to keep control of the pack, if I may say. And you got some darn good sprinters in here. In Lucas Taylor, we have guys like Thierry Kiriak-Makasa, who's the Canadian road champion. Tristan Guillemette also, who had a stint at the World Junior Track Championships not very long ago. Domingue also. So a lot of good, strong riders in there. And there'll be a lot of movement, believe you me.
So the speed, Randy, is high now. You can see them strung out almost in single file. And when they start to get 3-4 abreast up the banking on the track, that means when the speed is low. It's also worth mentioning that when you're sitting second, third, fourth, fifth there or back in the pack, you're saving significant amounts of energy by not being in the lead and pushing the wind at the start of the race. So you don't want to spend too much time on the front. Being back in the race without being dropped completely from the race is what you want to be doing.
And here we'll have a move by the young rider from the Cycling BC group. This is John Wilcox. Chasing him down is Chris Ernst. So we got a lot of movement early on, and when it's all stretched out, single file like that, that is a true blue sign that speeds are extremely high.
Yeah, they're probably at between 45, 50 kilometers an hour at this point. Not a speed that they could hold the whole way, but temporarily when an attack is on, that is what they're going at. of backing off of the pace from that speed that they were at before. You can see them visually slowing down now on the track, bunching up from front to back.
And in this group, you have the gentlemen who finished second, third, and fourth at the national championships back in April in this event. So some of Canada's top juniors in this event are right there.
Chris Ernst makes a bit of a move off the front, but decides the better of it to not carry forward. Now one rider making a big move on the backstretch, but Eloy Batista waits for some company. Now we have two riders potentially with a bit of a break off of the front, Randy.
Yep, we'll be seeing right there numbers 208 and 206. So that's Eloy Batista and Johnny Kufal. Kufal from Ingleside, Illinois. And Eloy from Victoria, the island in British Columbia. But the pack coming back right now with Guillemette et Domingue qui font le travail pour amener le groupe, bringing the group back onto the two escape artists.
The tactics and the strategies seen in the scratch race as well as the points race, not unlike what you would see in a road race or a criterium. A criterium is a shorter road race raced on the road on road bikes, so you do see breakaway attempts here by 1, 2, or 3 riders.
And a lot of these young men, especially in the junior category, Steve, where riders, for the most part, do track and road. Usually after the juniors, you kind of decide, are you going to be a track rider or a road cyclist? But a lot of these guys we see regularly at regional, provincial crits and at the Canadian Championship crit event.
And the road race, road racing season as well. Now with the track season being sort of demarcated by as a fall winter sort of season, they can get a full season of racing on the road in longer road races and criteriums during the spring and summer months, and then shift to a focus on the track for the fall and the winter.
So Domingue now just surveying things at the front as he passes it off to Guillemette. Batista down at the bottom there.
It's also worth mentioning that for the juniors, unlike for the senior elite and open men, Randy, they have a maximum gear limit. So they can only get up to a big gear on the bike, and then that's it. So what that means is that the only way up to a certain point of speed, the only way you can make the bike go faster is with higher RPM. So it's actually good for the junior development. You'll see these guys spinning out at crazy sort of RPMs. It develops a good spin of the pedals on the bike, and souplesse, as they call it, which is the suppleness or the ability to spin the gear at a very high speed on the bike.
Yep, and especially for those that come into puberty faster than the others, that can almost become a problem because you are out spinning. And now this will be one of the Callisto FCV powered by Toyo Tires rider. He's being chased down now by Drapeaus Goralski from Team Quebec. And it was once again pulling a move, Chris Ernst. So he was hoping to maybe attract somebody with him, which Drapeaus Goralski did, but the rest of the group with Bautista. So now it's going to be another, Quebec here is kind of got like 1, 2, 3, 4 punch with Delterio, Guillemette, Domingue, and Drapeaus Goralski and Thierry Kiroak Marcassa. Has been pretty quiet the Canadian road champ. He's been sitting at the back of the pack there for a while. However, he is much more of those last-minute punch sprint artists. So he's quite content to just sit there and enjoy the draft, and when the push comes to shove, sprint for the line.
Well, road sprinters, it's a bit of a misnomer, Randy. They sprint for the final 200 or 300 meters, but they often have to ride 100 kilometers or more to get to that point. So you need significant amount of aerobic endurance fitness to be a good road sprinter. And definitely Thierry Kirac-Makassa fits that bill.
And also, we were talking about the 1, 2, 3, 4 punch of Quebec. Callisto FCV, Goods boys also out there. They have Lucas Taylor, Kobe Liberty, Justin Correa, and also Chris Ernst. And some of the strong riders in these events, they do have the luxury of having a home track. It is a shorter track, the Forest City Velodrome, but a lot of training being done there. And until this facility was built, a lot of, and some of them still do, a lot of the riders from Quebec go there in the winter time to train, as it is not too far. Eloy Batista now doing a lot of the work at the front, in front of number 218, Justin Batsavage from Pennsylvania, from Makungi, T-Town Elite. So he competes for a team in what we call Trexler Town, hence the T-Town. It is a very well-known track in Pennsylvania.
There's multiple clubs out of the Trexlertown facility, Randy. We have Sprinters Edge, another one of the Trexlertown track-based clubs with a number of riders who are racing with us here at the Milton International Challenge. Kobe Liberty from the Callisto club now on the front, although the speed has backed off significantly with a bit of a lull in the action. So less than 9 laps to go now. They go past the finish line with the 9 lap to go sign. This is where we start to get down to the race. If nothing decisive has been sorted out by this point, with less than a quarter of the racing to go, this is typically where things start to ramp up. It's been a fairly sedate affair so far with no real serious attacks. A few furtive attempts by a rider or two to get away, but nothing conclusive to date. This race is going to come down, I'm guessing, to the final few laps now. They'll come by. They'll have 7 to go, Randy.
Yep, 7 to go, and right now Eloy Batista is very preoccupied by Johnny Koufhal. He keeps looking over to his right-hand shoulder, but that is the point, is that the riders that are at the top of the track there, they benefit from a real big impulse, a big gain in speed when you dive down from the top of the track towards the bottom. So that's why the riders are most preoccupied by whoever's up at the top there, or someone like this at the bottom, Savage, who takes off, trying to own the sprinters lane. And right there we have Batista, Drapos Goralski, and Koufhal reacting. Domingue is going to bring back the rest of the group. Alors, Drapos Goralski et Domingue qui ont travaillé à colmater les 2 brèches qu'il y avait entre le groupe de tête et le groupe principal. And back we're showing now 4 laps to go, the final K of 10 here in the junior men's scratch race. First race of the Omnium. And coming up after that, we'll have our women's sprint quarter final. And Al Dalterio putting on a move here for l'équipe du Québec. He's trying to provoke things here, getting everybody's energy level up a notch or two. Following suit is Lucas Taylor, Bautista, Kufal, Thierry, and all of a sudden there comes Thierry Kirouac-Marcassa, who has spent a lot of time at the back of the pack. But now that this final sprint's coming, he is making his way up just like a Sagan or a Robbie McEwen would do. And there goes Kirouac-Marcassa countering Johnny Kufal's attack, and you can just see the power that Marcassa has here. He'll hear the bell, and he's going to fire on all guns, but he's going to have to go up against Ingleside, Illinois' Johnny Kufal. This guy's a strong young man, but now coming up will be John Wilcox from Cycling BC. This is going to be a close one. Rapolsky on the inside. He'll be Wilcox, Kufal first and second, and we'll have to go to the photo finish, Steve, to find out who was third on that one. There you go. Our junior men's scratch race, Omnium race number 1 completed.